Good morning to you all. Happy Sunday. How are we doing? Oh, that's a bit loud, isn't it? Is the AV working? That's good. Just building some new better track here. Have you had a good weekend so far? Done anything exciting? Anybody run a marathon? LPD, thank you for 16 months. Kodiak 17, Plagiato, Tier 2, 5 years. Thank you, sir. Thanks for good times for a great team and awesome community. That Raging Pups guy and often dying Vrome. Thank you, sir. Joseph Dawson with 3 years. Another happy anniversary. Morning, Lagend. I really enjoyed the content video. Yeah, that was like a prelude to the main one, which is... God, man, that was a tough edit, this one. This, the video at JCB. I want it to be just right, you know? So we'll see. I think it'd be a great video. It's just a pain to edit. Jay Bowen, 28 months. Mr. Firefighter, thank you for a bullseye 100. Oh dear, that means I need to fire up the browser. 1 second. Here's my dashboard. I can find it. Nope, that's not what I want. Community Roles Manager. There it is. Right. I think you need a certain tag, Mr. Firefighter. Let me see if I can get your name here. Firefighter 21. VIP badge has been earned. Thank you very much for 100 months. And just say something in chat so that we can check you've got that badge and have not given it to the wrong person. But thank you. Well earned, sir. Well earned. There you go. Firefighter got it before you, bro. Led. You've got it. What are you talking about?
Morning, Paul. Sean, maybe some tea, maybe Vrome and chat. Time to mess with steam trains and Lagans.
Who's Sompty? D-Storm, thank you for 45 months, Tier 3. Good morning to you. Angry Fatman 25. Scotty with 53. Testing positive for COVID. Oh, no. It still won't go, will it? Thank you, Chris. Slip the Otter with 67 months. We saw with your orange paint at the snooker. Oh, that was me, yeah. Yeah, that was me on the table. Yeah. And Pups was trying to glue himself. Did you see that? But Pups got manhandled. So he couldn't glue himself to the table, unfortunately. 3 Guns, thank you for 14 months. Rusty Skills, thank you for 13. I mean, what are the odds, right? What are the odds of us being at the match where some oil protester decides to ruin the table? What are the odds? Literally trying to watch a game of snooker. And somebody comes in with some orange paint. The map's over the chat. I need to move the chat. Hang on. Yeah, good spot. I think it's because the chat's where it was for Sherlock, isn't it? I think we normally have chats. I think we normally put chat up there for this. Rusty Skills, 13 months anonymous. Moose was 61. Brylar 72. Happy anniversary, Brylar. Legal 37. Steampunk 37. Vrome 8.1. Thank you for 84 months. And apparently the audience shouted some not so nice words of protester. To be honest, they got booed. Like there was a lot of bang. Like there was banging. We thought, what the heck's going on the side of the table? It sounded like somebody'd fallen over, and that was the guy jumping on the table. You know, we couldn't see it, and there was this like old ruckus going on, and then there was kind of booing and stuff, and then we suddenly saw on our table this woman trying to get on. Like, what the heck's going on? And the referee just grabbed hold of her. You by yourself? No, let me drag people in. Sammy and Pups, there we go.
Hey, hey.
Moaning.
You alright?
Yeah, you talking about the old snooker?
Yeah, just a protester trying to ruin our snooker. Although, to be fair, that woman climbing on the table actually made it more exciting.
I was going to say,
that was a
made it
boring
more
game.
exciting than the match we were watching.
That was some game. D-Dog, thank you, 56. It's been changing the track a little bit down here, just to allow us to punch out towards the other part of the map.
No, it's
like the refinery side of things. Hopefully I've joined it back up. There might be some trees on the track. I need to double check. How much are tickets? It depends what you go for, Crisps. Early rounds are a lot cheaper. We're expanding the railroad too. Well, I was just preparing the junctions down here at the what do they call this? Well, the warehouse. Do you call it that?
Freight depot.
That. I was just preparing the junctions, so I just basically made it because it was just a circle going back. So I've split it off so that you can send basically both tracks that way. But that looks like it's clipping into the ground a little bit. Should be all right, hopefully. That X thing is a bit of a pain, actually. The angles on the track. It's so angular. You know, like the crossover piece.
The 45.
Yeah, well.
You see, there's the hope that eventually we'll have 90 to 0 in like 5-degree increments, or the ability to actually put it down and like scroll wheel how much angle you want.
Yeah, I don't like the angle. I'd prefer a 60-30, I think. Assuming that's 45. Because it means I have to sort of come right inland to cross over again, then make a sharp turn back out before I hit the mountain. No, Tommy, that comes out soon, I think, with the weather and the night weather system and the night stuff.
No, it is the new beta, yes.
Well,
this isn't the version, no.
Oh, that's the opt-in beta, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to physically opt into that, and then your Railroads Online won't work. You guys update your mods?
Yeah.
Plugins.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Snooker and my colouring book.
You drew a nice table, mate.
I did.
Brian Creek, thank you for 62 months. Cynic, thank you for 8. Apparently there's an invitation going on at the EIS in Sheffield a few weeks ago. I was in Front Cafe doing some work. My sister was out running. Wondered why the heck there were well-dressed people in Sheffield, Hannah. Is that...
Lol.
Are you sure your eyes weren't deceiving you? Farmer Gav, thank you for 87 months. Just go with it. Thank you for 74. It's into the month of lurking. Lol. Are you guys in the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like some help?
No, it's fine. Just wasn't sure if you connected okay because it doesn't really show me a playlist. I suppose I can press P, can't I? Nope, that doesn't do it. There is a key that shows
Tab.
a playlist. Yeah, there is. Have you joined the company and all that?
Yes.
Pops are quietly going, oops.
Me never.
No.
Nev,
course not,
what
mate.
are you on about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Crusader, thank you, 44. Oh, he turned up anyway.
Yep, I came to help because I'm nice like that. When my friends need me, I'm there.
Poppy to the rescue.
Oh, I finally ate my packet of sweets, Paul.
What, the ones he gave to you?
Yeah.
I think I ate the other packet on the day.
Yeah. I ate them while I was flying yesterday.
Flying puppy. Morning network. So it begins to reinstall Microsoft Flight Simulator after upgrading graphics card while chilling. Yeah, it took me a while to update my stuff.
Do you want me to clear trees if you want to lay track, Paul?
Well, I'm reaching the point where I need to think about where we're going or whether we need to elevate and stuff.
Nah, we don't think, we just do.
Because I remember... I think
Look
we have
at
to
my
start our
harvester as
climb
well.
fairly quickly when we come in... Let's think. Did I bring up the map again?
M?
No, it doesn't work, mate. I tried the obvious one.
As in the in-game map?
Yeah.
It's M, but I'm guessing because you're flying, it won't work.
Oh, it only works in first person.
Yeah.
Oh. Because that makes sense.
So the oil field and the ironworks are on relatively flat ground, but if I remember the coal mine, was it we had to get up to? That was a massive elevation.
Yes, the coal mine is the one that's up the hill. I've started laying track up there, but I stopped to come and help you.
So the question then becomes, what route would we like to take to bring the coal down?
We're going over to the coal now.
I'm just having a poke around, mate, trying to plan things out.
I've started like laying track outside the coal. It's just, yeah, I leave the big construction to you, Paul, because you can reach the tall places.
I'm like a giraffe.
That's what it is.
Ah, yes, I remember the coal mine. Yeah, it loops around that bay there, comes out over here. Build a massive ramp. We could build a massive ramp. The problem is the trains don't like massive ramps. Something to do with all the weight they have behind them.
As long as we don't ask for him to do the maths, we'll be fine.
I think Rome used to be one of those science teachers. Remember the science teachers? They say, well, if we ignore gravity and friction and all the rest of it, and Rome's like, well, if we ignore the weight of the train and the carriages and all that, and just focus on what we're carrying, this train can carry up this gradient. The name's Jay. Thank you for half a year. Come on, Trey. What will you cut down? Famous goalpost, the back pubs.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way to build a tunnel, Jag. There's no way to excavate ground. The only ground that you can lay comes with the track, like the ballast underneath the track that it puts down. But yeah, unfortunately, you can't modify the terrain, which is... it would be nice to have one day in Railroads Engineers. Or Railroads Online. Why don't you just call it Railroad Engineer?
It's a good question, Paul.
Because doesn't that imply that you are just a driver rather than a builder?
Well, isn't an engineer a builder as well?
No, not in the railroading world.
They have
As far as I
structural
know.
engineers for bridges and stuff. Track engineers.
Isn't engineering the art of, like, designing and building, though? Guess to make the game easy. Well, no, because what you do, mechanic, is you balance that into the gameplay via usually money, don't you? Yeah? Think about City Skylines modifying terrain. You can't do it for free. It costs money, and you've only got so much of that money. It's a resource that you use to make a choice in your design. That's the whole art of engineering right there. Compromise and working within constraints of things like budget. That's engineering. Yeah, I think we go that way. I take it we're just going to have one track here. We're not going to try and double track this, are we?
No.
We can maybe have
One
a passing
track.
loop where we can, but... Uno tracko.
One track does plenty.
So the lowest point is about there. That's actually curved. Didn't want that. And this Railroads Online Extended thing, this add-on,
Mm-hmm.
is it like on GitHub? Is it like an open source thing?
Yeah.
Because I genuinely might download the code and put an inertial dampener in there.
Can you put a hotkey in as well, Paul?
Well, I don't know if it's possible, but an inertial dampener should be possible. I think that should be okay. Your You've requested to join our clan in World of Warships. We have a slight issue, KO. The clan is almost or might be at the limit now. However, there are a couple of members who have not actually done anything. One of whom hasn't done anything for, was it 800 days or something?
No, 1,000 and something days.
So I think it's safe to say that he can be kicked. Yeah, we're kind of confused about it, to be honest, because the clan hasn't even existed more than, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So the fact he's come in but hasn't apparently done anything for 1,000 days, I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean he hasn't played the game for 3 years?
Yes.
Or he's fired up the game but hasn't taken part in a battle, or he hasn't taken part in a naval battle, like
He hasn't done a battle, basically.
in 3 years. So let's just boot him. Babs,
Yes.
fire up warships and boot him.
I'm doing it now.
Because me or Somi will be doing it. 1 sec, stand by.
I'm literally logging in as we speak.
I bet he's just quickly done a battle now.
Actually, I think whoever it was said that they were already accepted because I think I did it yesterday.
It was... I don't know, it's gone off my screen.
It was KO something, wasn't it? But that's if his warship name is the same.
What is your warship name?
The clan is full.
No, there'd be a space after you kick that person.
What's the maximum incline we want this coal to be?
He's gone.
Do you reckon 3% would be?
Yeah, I'd say max 3.
What do you think, Sommy?
Sorry, I was doing warship stuff like you asked me to. 3 is... You don't... I thought you only needed like a 1 on that side because there's not that much of an elevation change between that gap and the coal mine, isn't there?
Well, I genuinely can't remember, and you can't calculate it, so it's like, finger in the wind engineering, isn't it?
Go 1.5. No, I mean, try it at 3, but I think you'll be too low by the time you get to the coal mine. I think 1 was fine, but I can't... Obviously, you're talking about something that was...
Yeah, all right, I'll try 2 then.
You know.
We'll go with 2% and see what happens.
So, there are no requests waiting to join the clan. And I did accept somebody yesterday, but I can't see a KO in the player list in the clan. So unless their warship name is different, I can't do anything.
Yeah, okay, we have no idea, mate. Did he answer about what his warship name
Not
is?
yet.
No, I haven't seen that.
KO. Fine. Did I see that Phil had joined the clan?
Yeah, I think I did that.
I'm surprised. I thought he'd have stayed in his... Oh, I think he said the guy who runs it hadn't been doing anything for a while.
Yeah, KO, you are accepted and you are in. And just for information, 52 against 11, Paul.
So, I don't know. They've not done anything at all since 11. That's scary.
No, doesn't look like it.
They've obviously looked at her and gone, meh, we can't win. Hmm. Trouble is, I don't know how long the legs are on this bridge. So you're like, oh, can I get over there? I don't know. Is that too high? Apparently that's too high.
Oh, I did look up where my nearest CZ's is, Paul.
You notice what?
My nearest CZ's pizzas.
Okay.
Because I want that garlic bread thing again.
Did you broaden Pup's horizons, Paul?
And Alex, he'd never had it either.
But to be fair, I don't normally go out for food. But I did complete that pizza just.
That's true. I don't know how, but you did. The bet was that you wouldn't. And it
But
was down
I
to like the
did.
last quarter. You've had a rustica pizza at ZZ, haven't you, Somebody, I think? Go on,
What's
then.
that, sorry?
Have you had a rustica pizza at ZZ's?
A rustic, yeah, I think
Rustica,
so.
so where they stretch it out on and put it on a wooden board and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And the first thing I said was, Pups is not going to finish that. And he's like, I will
That's-
finish it.
That's a big meal for a small puppy.
Yeah.
I was determined I was not going to be beaten by a pizza. It might as well have been thrown.
But he got down to the last, I'd say about quarter. And all the body language was telling me that Pups was full. And he was like, you know, it's like pushing pizza around on your plate and having a little drink and like breathing, sitting back in your chair because you're trying to make room. Like he was doing all the things that was telling me this last quarter is not going to be easy.
But I didn't let it defeat me.
The last two pieces he ate, honestly, I didn't know if he was just going to run to the bathroom and just bring it all back up again. Struggled. Scotsman, thank you for 1.5 years. Sniffer, thank you for 88 months. And B Sharp, thank you for 9 months. Barry with a year. I'm being entertained by all these lovely flowers. Lol. Harm 27, tier 3, 82 months. Thank you very much, sir. Have you tried Cosmo? What's Cosmo? KO, have you actually told us what your warship name is yet?
Yeah, he did.
He did, right. And is he already in, or is he already
Yes.
flying?
Yes, I already did it yesterday.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But that garlic bread and onion thing, Paul, was amazing.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite things that ZZ do. It's the garlic bread pizza base with caramelized shallots, they call it, which is basically like a sweet onion, caramelized. It's lovely. Come on, game, why don't you build? No, I just won't let you build something, but won't tell you why. It's like, nope,
Yeah.
nope, you can't have that. Why not? Not telling you. Really, game? Seriously, why can I not build this? I don't think so, Rome. It's never stopped it before. Can't even build that. Aha. I think it's because it was on a slope. It was sloping down, weirdly. Can't build that.
Oh, be quiet, Matty.
So,
Says I broke it. That's 3 people who've blamed me for breaking stuff this morning.
just build. It's a lot of dirt. Yeah, but there's a lot of dirt around, isn't there? So a bit of dynamite, collapse this whole valley in, job's a good one. However, there's no dynamite DLC yet.
Oh, I went to the show, Tesco's the other day and I saw a bottle of Jack Daniels and I just walked straight past. I was like, nope.
It's an acquired taste.
Taste I did not like.
He would probably be better off trying the honey one first.
Do you know, I tried. Have you tried the apple one?
Not a fan personally, but I'm quite happy with Jack Daniels as it is, you know.
Yeah, I tried it.
But did you get it served in a shot glass, Sammy?
When I went to
Definitely, mate. It's
JCB.
the only way to serve it, mate. That just goes to prove that they probably do it as Jaeger bombs more than they do as, you know, anybody that goes in there and orders an actual whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, of course you know, Matty.
You know what?
The honey one is quite good, he says.
I don't know what the maximum height is of those tower things, but that's probably too much. Yeah, it's deceiving a bit, Rome. I think it's still too high. No, KO, you're wrong, mate. It's not the UK alert system that's going off at 3 p.m. It's the government are going to ping my phone when it's my break time. That's what they're doing. They've said they're a fan of the stream and they want to make sure I get my correct break at 3 o'clock. So they're going to send me a personal alarm.
And not only that, they're going to let everybody know it's your break time, Paul.
Yep. They're even going to ping everybody else's phone in the UK at the same time to say, Squirrel's break. Oh, just build and stop not building without telling me why. It's infuriating. Look, literally clicking it, can't have it. Why?
Not allowed it, Paul.
Why? I built one next to it, either side, but you can't have that one.
Why do you doubt it? We 100% guarantee it, so it's Squirrel's break time.
What, KO doubts it? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Kick him out the clan. You can't doubt me on this. Can't stay in the clan if you doubt me.
Fire up warship summon. I'm sorry, but Sammy.exe has stopped responding.
Just give me a second, will you guys? God.
Zombie.exe is concentrating on other things.
Probably doing a naval battle while playing, that's what it is.
He's probably playing warships at the same time. He's got to get this extra star. It's actually a bigger valley than it looks.
LOL.
Like, what? How can this thing just eating all that dirt? Like, yeah, whatever. Blimey.
Wow.
There's still no way that's going to go over there.
God, how did we do it last time?
Oh, we didn't go this way. We went round that loop. But I was just playing around. Like, oh,
Never seen a hungry valley like that.
What's the... Okay. That's still a monster drop. It would be fun if when they bring weather in, when it rains, if it actually accumulates in the valleys. I could build a dam. What the heck was that? It's a wild puppy dropping out the sky.
Don't know what you're on about.
What do you mean? I just saw you do it?
No. It's a figment of your imagination. You saw nothing.
Well, I think this is a non-starter, so
I'm here even though I didn't leave.
You was just ordering takeout, weren't you, Sammy?
No, the partner had just arisen and was chatting.
Aww.
about what she wants you to make for a breakfast.
Well, there's something about barbecue mentioned at some point, so...
Ooh.
I mean, I did one yesterday as well, so I'm on 3 for the year now.
Notice, Paul, did we get an invite to a barbecue?
Paul's got an open invite, mate.
I see how this works.
Next time Paul is lost in the wilderness, surrounded by, you know...
Flatlands and
fields.
farms.
What about the next time I'm stranded next to fields?
Get walking.
Wow!
I have not tried the night cycle thing yet, no. I think when Railroads Online Extended catches up with it, it might be worth giving it a shot, but the vanilla game is challenging, shall we say.
You have a plan B?
I know you walk around in the dark and you have a little lantern and stuff. It's kind of cool. And they subtly upgraded it to Unreal 5, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you have for breakfast? Toast
Food.
with jam and some cereal. What's the purpose of this game? If you can fly and create tracks, doesn't cost resources, what's the goal? Well, Ruben, you can't fly in the base game. So there is that. Stuff doesn't cost. It doesn't cost to cut down trees. They did think about introducing that at one point. Putting stations and stuff down doesn't cost anything yet. Building track doesn't cost anything yet. But the locomotives and the cars do. There's a whole bunch of gameplay like management they need to do. Still early days. At the moment, I guess the fun is working out how to build your track around, move your resources with trains, have fun with the trains.
So, does Squirrel 4 actually make it up to the iron mine?
What's 4?
The red one.
Yeah.
Right.
The red one.
The coal-powered one.
Oh, the loco. It depends which track you
Depending
take. You can't go up one side. As long as you go up via the triangular bit thing. How can I explain this?
Take the right
East. Take the east track.
towards straight up to the iron mine rather than going via the smelter.
Yeah, you know the sort of if you're coming from the logging area
Yeah.
and you sort of branch off on that triangle, take the east side track up to the iron mine that way on the east track. You can come back down the west, but don't try and go up the west track. It's too steep. But yeah,
Right,
you're better
okay.
off going up east than coming down east. Really, if you want to turn your loco around. Or you can come down the west to the log camp and then reverse your way down to the factory. It's up to you.
I didn't know there was 2 paths up to the iron mine, so...
There is. One of them is steep and didn't work very well.
Yeah, we made some changes after Throne miscalculated his maths.
So, in theory, I could take a full load up the east and come down empty on the west, then?
Yeah,
Is that the
you
theory?
can do all that. But if you're going up to the iron ore mine, aren't you meant to be bringing iron ore back down?
No, because I'm taking lumber and beams up.
Oh, you're filling it up, not bringing it down. Yeah, fine.
Yeah. Well, the red one was attached to the lumber and the beam cars, so
Yeah. Mr. Kieran, thank you very much for gifting 10 subs. Welcome, guys. Thank you for your support. Can we get some squirrel gifts for Kieran? Please give me a thank you if you got one. Mr. Anders, thank you for 79 months. Gastus, thank you for 84, 16 months, then I go VIP. Why don't you clear some trees on that loop, pups?
That's what I'm gonna do. I was just seeing where the leap went because I couldn't remember.
You can't really build a spiral, Tommy.
Foamy, you can put in a request. There's some people that can be kicked out.
Who's that?
I think there is one space.
Dan Riggs asked if he could join the clan.
How much is it to get the next thing?
Was
I
it?
think it was 5,000, wasn't it? We've got enough. I think we've got 11,000 in the bank.
I can't remember if it was 5 or 10 grand.
For the first one, I think it was 5. I could be wrong though.
How many slots does that give us?
5.
5?
Yeah.
It's like $1,000 a member.
Yeah, it's like it sounds, and then it's like you really expect $1,000 out of each member, and it's like, you know, that's a month's worth of work.
I feel like we just remove people who haven't done anything because there's a few of them.
Well, I don't. The problem is, it's like the more you grow it, the more members you have, the more difficult your naval battles are going to be. Because if you then get pitched up against a fairly active, bigger
50
clan,
slot, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like if you unlock your slot count higher, you'll be pitched against a different clan. At the moment, we're going up against effectively starter-sized clans.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of okay with just holding it as it is, making sure everybody's active before we proceed to unlock more slots.
Because I think there's some people who haven't done anything in like 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah, and there has to be a limit to how much inactive you can be.
Hey, it's your train set, Paul.
Hey! That's a ship, though, something.
Oh. Okay, it's your mill pond, then. I don't care.
Oh,
It's your dockyard.
Sorry, I felt like a Pac-Man then. I do apologise. Yeah, it's just classic, isn't it? Like...
Well, this is it, Carl. And 2 weeks they could just be on a holiday, couldn't they? And that's the danger. You're kicking people out that have a valid reason. Yeah, no, they've been kicked, I think, Phil. I certainly think 4 weeks is the absolute limit. Whether we go for 3 or not, I don't know.
Well, a month is fair, isn't it? Like you say, people could have done other things, right?
You can rule out the holiday thing. NHS, thank you for 40 months.
Twitch bugged out, so I couldn't clip the Pac-Man.
That could have been a new soundbite.
Oh, I guarantee that'd get matched on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is it long enough?
It was only what?
I mean, you just made it sound like an air brake. Is that going to get matched? Like...
I mean, just as long as you don't make a sound of the wind, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Don't be blowing into your mic now, Paul. How dare you make your own sound?
I'm glad they don't charge for cutting trees down. I reckon we'd be bankrupt at this point.
It's it's the tool to deal with it, isn't it? I mean, I was quite happy and prepared to pay $1 for a tree, which is when I first started playing it. But it was like, it's like the limitation of building. There's not enough choices in the building world, is there, to say, oh, I'll cut down 1,000 trees, which will cost me $1,000, but I could build a bridge that would negate all that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's not enough. I'm happy to pay to love the trees,
I look forward when they sort of layer the economics over it all.
Yeah.
But I do want sort of better planning and construction tools to go with it.
Yeah.
Like I say, there's like a decent game hiding underneath a rubbish UI. And I want them to address the UI first, I guess.
It's the priorities of development, isn't it? Obviously, moving to Unreal 5 is a reasonably big deal. Obviously, it hasn't, by the sounds of it, been too difficult for them to do it, right?
No, because they were running Unreal 4 and Unreal actually gives you the tools to transfer your stuff.
No, it's not that simple, Pups. The reason it's been easy for them is because the game's not that complex yet. Like, there are other projects that have been, it's a huge undertaking for them to move.
Yeah. So it's, it's the right time for them to make that decision to move, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, Yeah, Barry, I'm in agreement with what Barry says. Like, you know, the logs that you cut down, if there was a way of actually you loading them onto your train to take them to the lumber camp, like, that would be, you know, ultimate full circle for me, you know?
When you say load them, what do you mean?
So, say you cut them down on the side of the road, and then you had, I don't know, like a crane loading wagon, and if they were in the area, they would just pick them up and put them on your wagon, then you take them to the lumber mill to be processed.
They actually moving that game to Unreal Engine 5 from.
Which game?
Satisfactory. They are in up. Will that bring a new map?
No,
just quick maths. 50 into 6s is just over 8, isn't it?
Sorry, say again.
So 50 into 6s is like 8.3 something, isn't it?
Oh, 6 8 to 48, so
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
close.
They are still making changes to the existing map. And how long has that game been out now?
Yeah, they've got pretty much no intention of doing the new map at all in the near future.
Then just let modders do it.
It's not the direction of the game that they want to do, pups.
What's the tightest radius we can reasonably have for a bigger train?
Anything above 50? Might be able to get away with tighter depending on how fast we're going. Do you know what game I would like to see? An updated snooker game.
It's a bit of a niche product, though. That's the problem.
Evening from Hiroshima.
That has to be Onamichi. Thank you, Onamichi, for 10,000 bits again. Thank you, sir.
Love that. Like, you know who that is.
Yeah. The Japanese pronounce it, because there's Hiroshima, which is probably how they say it, and then some people say Hiroshima, which is probably an American version, but I'm only guessing.
No idea.
I can get Brett to send a voice clip of him and his wife if you like.
I cleared all the wrong trees because I thought we were going down on the...
Well, I'm honestly still trying to work it out, mate. So, and then I come across against things like this where it go, no, you cannot build this.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Could you tell me that earlier? Would that have been difficult for you?
I don't know, but you got a long way to drop down.
Yeah, that's my fear, because I'm supposed to be lower down. But I was told it wasn't that far down and 2% should be enough. So I've been kind of running with that. But this is the problem with the game. It's like you literally have to spend an hour doing something to find out that doesn't work.
I was going to say, because you need to be on the lower bit where I cleared the trees, because that's where the level of the...
Yeah, but the only way to get down there, pups, will be to have a 4 or 5% gradient from the goalpost to that bit. Like, that is a 2% back there. Go and have a look.
Oh, I know it is. I've been watching.
So see how much distance I've got to drop. It's bonkers. 80-meter radius, is that too much?
No, that's fine. You was correct with the first one, Paul.
What?
Pronunciation.
Hiroshima. I know the Japanese are quite phonetic, I guess. So if it says Kawasaki, it will be Kawasaki, like that. It won't be Kawasaki or anything like this, which is what you tend to get down. Yeah, you tend to get that down south of England. Kawasaki. You're like, no, it's a Japanese name. You've got to give it some Japanese twang.
Isn't it sort of the concept of you always need to sound angry?
No, that's German.
But it's a similar sort of
It
enunciation.
is similar.
Of phonetic, isn't it?
Like in warships.
Kawasaki.
In warships, I've got a female Japanese commander, and she literally sounds like she's shouting at you all the time.
It is Hiroshima, with emphasis on the
Yeah,
second
but that's because she
syllable.
probably is.
Yeah. I flip a neck. Imagine having like Brett having a Japanese wife who just sounds angry all the time.
It's Hiroshima with emphasis on the second syllable.
Second syllable. Hiro, as in Hiroshima? Is that what it means?
I would go
Hiro. Yeah, ro is the second
Hiroshima.
syllable.
Yeah, Hiro. Yeah.
Hiroshima. Twitch is frozen. Not for me. Hey. Need to speak deeply and with your diaphragm. Well, you need to sound, if you're a man, you need to sound, ho, 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 don't you? You need to sound a little bit, huh. As you say a word, you have to exhale and, huh, Hiroshima, huh. Worst impression of Japanese ever. Or maybe that's just the samurai, they were sounding like that to try and scare everybody. Where am I going, Pops, by the way? I'm going over to the right somewhere, aren't I? But I can't remember.
Yeah, to the right. But you still actually, you might be able to get down far enough through the little valley here and over these trees.
I think we're going to be too elevated, but we'll see. We're doing a 2% still. We'll see where that lands us. Oh, it's close. Oh, wow. Actually, if I went for 2.5, I'd easily do it. 2%, and it's very close.
Except from that's the wrong track. You need the one furthest to the...
Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to get the height, not the actual position.
Yeah. 2.5 would be fine.
I literally just said that. But okay, I'll go with that.
No, I meant as in with the train.
Yeah, let's drop 2.5 from here. Yeah, it's a valley too far.
Did you hear that Ronnie O'Sullivan has been told he cannot go for runs by his sports psychologist?
You mean you can't go for runs? Why not?
In case he injured himself, so he gets the best chance of winning the championship. Or he's been banned from running.
What? Well, how was he supposed to, like, keep himself fit and, you know, with enough energy to make the victory?
The article says on Eurosport, Ronnie O'Sullivan has revealed he has been banned from running for the duration of the World Championship by his sports therapist, Steve Peters.
Well, he needs to sack Steve. Get a better one.
He should employ me, Paul.
Why?
I'd get him psyched up for the games.
This is not letting me build anything around here.
Oh, it's not doing that thing again, is it?
Yeah, just won't let me point it. Oh, there we go. Finally. To copious amounts of clicking and playing around. No, can't put that one down. Right, let's see if it's happy with that. Hey. If you want to tidy up the trees on that ballast, pups.
I'm on it. I can take this track back further as well, depending on where yours lands.
Well, I'll have to go 3% on this bit. Right, I can come in.
But best way you
Here.
can. Yeah, leave it there. I'll sort that out. Easy enough to do.
Do you want me to sort of turn it in a bit more?
Can you turn it in a bit more?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah, I can turn it a bit more. Let's say there. And then, so what, I mean, you can, depends if you want to branch it at this point.
Just leave it there if you want, Paul.
Fine. Hang on, if I put that to a straight piece like that, and then we have a like that. Little harp at the end there for a tune. Heapster,
Yeah.
thank you for 97 months. I am fine, thank you. Rottiger, thank you for 14 months. Andrew, thank you for 63.
Did we leap off the other side to go back down?
Go back down more.
Towards the freight depot and everything? Or did we just reverse back up that line?
I think we had a turntable at the end last time, but I don't know. I don't know if you could carry on or not. I haven't actually looked.
I think last time I did manage to get a return loop in. We didn't have a turntable up there.
Oh, you just sort of turned around, did you?
Yeah, I managed to sort of swing a wall out over the cliff and then bring it back. But it went like extended to the back plateau of the words.
The cliff?
So you see where you've got your double cross at the end? Like basically I carried on all the way down past there and sort of probably got level with that dip on the left and used that dip on the right, sorry, to sort of go swing in to then bring the curve back round.
We had a steep line going to the freight depot via the refinery and other industries at that end of the map last time. Yeah, I remember the elevation from the coal mine down to everything else. It's quite a heck of a drop. Crisps, thank you for the bits. Cheers for some of the videos on Plus Channel. Can you take a look at the Ransom series of the Outer Chronicles as well? Chris, post it in Discord, mate.
He already has.
Oh, he has done, fair enough.
Because it's his next series to watch.
Yeah, the JCB footage has come out well. Like the camera, the actual cameras are really nice and clear. So it's, you know, some pretty good footage. You never know with these things when you're doing like outdoor filming is not the easiest, and when it's raining in a very cold quarry, it's a bit of a challenge. You're focusing on what you're trying to do as well as trying to set filming up and make sure the audio is recording and everything else. Because one cock up, you forget to press record on something, just one little error while you're focused on 10 other things, and that's your footage gone. Which is why, production crews have a dedicated sound guy, a dedicated camera person, a dedicated producer who's like looking after the show itself and camera angles and stuff, like what they want from the shot. And then the actor or the person, in front of the screen is just like, it takes a team. Was it the factory you talked to? I was. Last time we went, I'm trying to think. If I remember, we had an elevation drop that ran all the way along that hill, and it only got to the surface of the ground by the time it got to the freight depot.
Yeah, that's right. And it used to go that sticky out bit underneath the freight depot. It used to loop all the way around there, didn't it?
Yeah, and it was still quite high.
Yeah.
Because the coal
didn't it
needs
actually
to go
all the way round? So it sort of followed that plateau that came out, went all the way around, so it actually went past the Words Freight Depot on the far east side, and then came to where the track that heads to the sawmill is. Isn't that how far round it had to go?
What, on the east side of the depot area?
Yeah.
I think it might have done.
Yeah, where you then.
But don't you want to get coal to the ironworks, don't you? Does coal need to go to iron works?
I think so, yeah.
Because if I remember, the pain is you can't drop it down there, and you can't loop back either.
No, I think it was just a long route that you went all the way around the east side of the freight depot to then double back to the ironworks, wasn't it?
Yep.
So if you could turn here and go that way, you could go the long way down to the ironworks, but you can't make a turn.
That's a hell of a turn, unless you bring you're heading from the wrong side of the U from where you are, aren't you? You would need to start. You'd basically have to crest that hill at a straight rather than at the obtuse angle you've got, right?
Yep. Which isn't possible because you can't push out the bridge anymore. Yeah, but the problem is, like, you can't, like, the ironworks is down there, like, we're roughly where my head is there, or is that it? Might be that, actually. Yeah, refinery, ironworks, oil field. So that there is the ironworks. And if you run along this ridge here, you can't lose altitude quickly enough to then branch off to the ironworks, which is really what you want to do. And so you kind of want to run that way, like clockwise around this valley, really, but you can't make this turn. And because that's a drop on this side as well, you can't come out that way to sort of loop in this way. Yeah, but I don't think you can do a helix because the height of the bridge structures is limited. Remember, this is like what, 1800s, late 1800s.
So I tried to get up to the iron ore mine with a full load, and I'm stopped on the bit that's just south of the Y on the east side.
Oh yeah, I see you.
I thought you said
you got
the
empty
east
cars,
side I
or?
could make it. They're full.
Well, that's weird. We've been up there. Do we have the little puppy train on the back or not?
I was trying to say it depends how many carriages you're taking.
Yeah, but his specific question was, will that train go up there? What you can do, some is grab the little guy wherever he is. Is that him parked over there by the log? In the sidings near the log camp?
Right.
You stick the little guy in the back, and it should give you enough grunt to get up there. Which loco have you got on the front?
The coal-powered one.
The Ruby. And you had a nice run up. You didn't just sort of...
Yeah. I was thacking about 15 coming over the split, and then just lost every single incline all the way around.
Swear we've been up there with a full load.
We have, but I'm trying to remember how many locomotives we had. Was it one or two?
Yeah, but is it because I've got more lumber than you would usually take?
Possible. Either way, you're going to need more grunts, so stick a loco on the back. You need 3.5% to go down to the ironworks on the right side. Well, you don't need to haul anything up here, do we? So in theory, you're coming up with empty cars, so you can probably get away with 3.5%.
Yeah, from Ransom announced that ages ago. They said it was going to take them about a year.
I changed it last week, Larry, so you could see the warship stuff.